Hello students, today we are going to discuss about a poem, The Ant and the Cricket. It's a very beautiful poem, and this is very beautiful poem which gives us a good message for our life. So what is given there? Let us understand. The Ant and the Cricket. Actually this poem is a fable. So what is my fable? The meaning of that fable is given there. A fable is a story, often with animals as characters, that conveys a moral. Fable means it is a story where the writer who used animals as characters, and that characters or that animals which conveys a moral message to us. And same happen here. The two characters are there, an ant and a cricket. Okay, they are also conveying a beautiful moral to us. So what is that moral? You will understand when we will understand this poem in detail. So before that, what is given there? See, this poem about an ant and cricket contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs. It means that in this poem which is true for the four-legged cricket, and that is also true for the two-legged one. Two-legged one means it is also useful for the human being. Okay, therefore what is given there we are going to understand stanza wise. See what is given in the first stanza. Number 1, I am reading also, and simultaneously I will explain. So what is there? A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny month of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So here the poet said that, it means that what happened? The poet said that there was a young and silly cricket. He used to spend all his time in singing in warm summer and spring. Okay, not realizing that these months were also meant for work, because with the arrival of winter finding food would be difficult. Therefore summer and springs were meant for storing food also. But the cricket spent all the time in vain and during the happy month, and now his cupboard were entirely empty. Is it clear? I hope that. Shortly I will explain what happened. That silly young cricket was there. He wasted his time for singing only in summer and spring months. He forgot to collect the food for him in winter, because winter will come there. But he forgot it and he wasted his so much time for singing only. When the winter start, at that time when he checked his cupboard, it was empty. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket to me. It means that the cricket realized that the ground was covered with snow and there was not even a crumb to be found. Nor could he see any flower or leaves on the trees. It means that then he became desperate, not knowing what to eat and how to survive, and he said that what will become of me. Then lastly he said that what will become of me, because he did not say anything and he did not find anything in there, therefore he said this kind of sentences. So see what is next. At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant. Here you can understand that the cricket was starving Starving means hungry. Starving due to famine, hunger and no resources to sustain himself during the cold month of winter. He did not have anything in that cold winter. He was facing starvation because of that famine and he was very hungry. Then what is there? And he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant. Then what happened? That there was too much cold in there and has taken a toll of his health there. He also had no shelter, and that cricket, he did not have shelter there. He therefore set out to meet a miserly ant, hoping that the ant may help him with something that would keep him alive. He was expecting from the ant. So what is next? Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain he wished only to borrow. He would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Here cricket was expecting that ant will provide him the shelter in there from that rain, as well as that ant also will give him mouthful of grains. Who was expecting? Cricket was expecting from the ant. So what is there? What happened? Here what happened there? He wished only to borrow. He would repay it tomorrow. It means that the cricket needed some grains and foods to combat hunger and starvation, and he also required shelter from the rain. He informed the ant that whatever help he would take, he would repay it soon. His end had come, he would die of starvation. It means that he was ready to repay it soon, because he must die of starvation and sorrow. He would die of starvation. That cricket said there to the ant. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, no, not I. So here the ant says that they are the friends of cricket. Servants means the friends. I am your servants and friends. Means I am not only your servant, but I am your friend also. Who said? The ant said to the cricket. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. It means that what that ants saying, when cricket went to get helps or borrow something, food and shelter from them, what that ants said? They said that, or the ants tell cricket that the ants never borrow or lend. Perhaps this is the reason that the ants are self-sufficient and need not go begging. What we are going to understand from this line? We ants never borrow, we ants never lend. It means that they said that they are not going to lend or they are not going to borrow anything from anyone, because they have sufficient whatever they required, and they need not go to beg from anyone. The ant asked the cricket if he didn't push aside anything in storage for the winter when there is nothing much to found. Then they asked to the cricket that did you collect anything for this weather, this winter, at that time when the weather was warm? When the weather was warm, why did you not we can say that store something for this winter at that time? This cricket said that quoth means said. The cricket said not I. It means that he did not save anything there. And when they listen, when the ants listen all the things, they were quite surprised and shocked from the cricket. So what is next there? So what is there? See, my heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, say the ant, and dance the winter away. So here, what that cricket said, the cricket tells the ant that he was so happy during the happy months of summer, that he sang day and night, whole day. It means that day and night he was singing. He was so happy, and the nature looked so pleasant that he forgot all about the winter or the difficult time. Hearing this, when the we can say that this ant who listened everything, the ant told him that now he should spend the winter singing and dancing too. The ant tells the cricket that there is no point crying over spilt milk. It means that then lastly the ant also suggesting him that now you should go and dance in the winter away. It means that winter should go for that purpose. You should dance there, because in summer and spring you were singing. So the last 4 lines, what is there? Thus ending, he hastily lifted the cricket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable, I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. It means that what happened in these 4 lines, thus ending, lastly, the ant gets irritated and asks the cricket to leave. Okay, those who do not wish to help themselves cannot be saved by others. The poet in the final couplet of the poem tells his readers that though this tale is believed to be fable, it is no less than true. Poet call this the true because what is true for the 4 legs cricket is also true for the 2 legs human. It is meant this fable is not only for the 4 leg crickets, but it also indicating 2 legs peoples. So we are getting message that we should also save for our future also there. So this is very important message we got from this poem, and this poem is adopted from Aesop's fables. Okay, fables means I told you that the animal characters are there and which are giving us the moral message in there. This is a wonderful and beautiful poem. I hope that you have understood it. We should stop here. Take care.